All right, I am trying to test this. So give me a minute as I start to go. All right. There.
What do you want me to do? Timer off?
Turn the timer off, please.
Okay.
All right. I have to share my group to have everybody come on over. We're going to have some fun. There we go. Sorry, it's going to take a second. And I just spelled wrong, and I'm not even going to worry about it. All right. Say hello to Isaac. He'll be helping me. All right, sorry guys.
I put Lacey's collar.
All right. Hey, Stephanie.
I put the blue collar on Lacey.
Oh, great. All right. So, sorry. I wanted to take a minute. I needed to use two. This is the first time I've done it, my live like this. So, I wanted to try to figure it all out. All right. Now that I've done that, it's time. I am not using a Pampered Chef recipe today, but I am using some Pampered Chef products. And we're going to have a little bit of fun with it all. So, I'm going to hand the camera to Isaac. And Isaac, you just put your hand on there. All right, I am going to go ahead and dump out my noodles that I have ready.
Someone said hello.
I know, I already said hello to her. She was responding to me. All right, I am going to use my colander and strain out and try not to throw out my egg noodles. I use these whole wheat egg noodles. I love these. All right, and then we're gonna leave those sit until we are done now. My pan is hot. Now, when you guys are heating your pans, you do not need to cover the whole pan with the flame. Or if you have a gas stove, electric stove, you can do a burner that's slightly smaller than these pans, because then that way you know you're not going to overheat them. Because these heat so well, it's easy peasy lemon squeezy just to go ahead and take care of that. So I'm going to do this, and I am going to use a little bit of our, if I can find our garlic rub, I want to use our garlic rub. Now remember, these don't have any gluten or MSG in them, so you don't have a whole bunch of additives in here. And no, I don't normally measure. I'm going to get this meat cooking. Already sprayed it. Now, you don't want to use, you don't want to use Pam and other stuff like that on your pans. Because they have a propellant in them and they can build up on your pan and they can get kind of sticky. So, you want to be real careful with that. All right, so I'm going to move my dog out of my way. I have not demoed my salad spinner. You want to wash your greens and use a salad spinner to get them dry because they're going to last a lot longer. And you don't want to have to worry about having a whole bunch of dirt and debris in your food, because this is where we get so many contaminants. So what's great about our salad and berry spinner is we do actually have two different size little bowls. One for berries, one for greens, and anything else that you might like to spin. So you're going to put the lid on, you're going to unlock it, and then you're going to start pumping it. And I always just hold it firmly so it doesn't rock too much. It has kind of a non-skid bottom, but it'll still slip around a little bit because, it moves pretty quickly. So I just put my hand on there. So when you're ready to have it stop, we do have a little break right here, and it helps it to quickly stop. So, and then I'll spin it one more time. And then Give it just another minute. There we go. All right. So the lid is hand washed. I always leave that on there. The other part you can put into the dishwasher, but you don't have to worry about it. So this is all the water that we got off the lettuce. So I'm going to dump this out and I'll wash this later. And I'm going to set this aside. So I've already prepped up some eggplant and some broccoli, just because those are so easy. I'm getting a plate to put this stuff on. And you put those backwards.
What?
You put the plates backwards. All right, I'm going to turn this off for now. I thinly sliced my beef.
I did. Whatever.
So when you're slicing like beef or chicken, when you want it to thinly slice it, you want to make sure you're cutting it against the grain. It breaks up better like that. So if your grains are running this way, you want to cut it this way so it actually stays more tender and then it's easier for you. So I'm going to use our quick slice today for these, and this is on the large side, so let's see. There we go.
Somebody said hi, so I said hi back.
Oh, who was it?
Angel.
Oh, great. I'm glad. You can tell me when somebody comes in. So I'm just going to slice those in half. I'm using our flexible cutting mats. And I'm going to throw these on here. I think I'm going to go this way on this one. So this is the quick slice will do potatoes, sweet potatoes, strawberries, kiwi, bananas, eggs, anything you want. And it is so durable. So, and they're like a V-shaped blade to make sure you can start cutting and hold everything in place. And then I'm doing squash and zucchini, eggplant, some bell peppers, and I'm having problems lining this up today. There we go. So I just sliced that up. I'm going to use our Santoku knife. I pressed a little bit with my paring knife. You guys, these knives have a lifetime guarantee. You see that the blade goes all the way through the handle. This is called a full tang blade. And so it's permanently attached. It's all one piece. It makes for a great balance, okay? So you want to make sure you don't want to hold your knife all the way to the end. You want to hold it farther up, especially with the chef's knife or the farther ones. A Santoku knife, you're going to do, a chef's knife, you're going to do a rocking motion. A Santoku knife is more of a slicing. And these little rivets here so food don't get stuck on. These are hand wash only. They're German steel. All right. These are forged. Like I said, all one piece. Super sharp. They were actually independently tested. They start sharper and stay sharper longer than a lot of the other brands. It's handy dandy. Are you making sure you can see everything? All right. So how many of you guys know that these food stickers are actually edible? If they ever get into your food,
I've eaten one on an apple before.
Yeah, they're not going to hurt you. Everything's food safe. It's not going to hurt you. So, say you're not going to use all the pepper. You can either slice it this way, or you can do it this way. Like sometimes I only use this much pepper, and I'll put the rest of that in there. As long as the seeds stay attached, you are going to have your pepper stay fresh for longer. But this is how I normally like to just go ahead and slice it thinly. And then cut that off. So there we go. And I'll do the same for the other. I always just cut a little section off. And then slice around it. And if I don't get this off, I just cut it like that. And then I don't have to worry so much about that membrane either. So, see? I'm just going to slice this. I like using the flexible cutting mats just because they can flex and I can pour them right into the pan. Hello.
Hi.
Dave can tell everybody hello. He was going to video for me, but he went outside instead and did other stuff. So
now I got stuck here.
I know, Isaac got stuck. So,
I do a lot of work for this family.
I know, you're the backbone, as you always say.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to finish slicing up these peppers. I'm just doing them real thin slice and then just cutting them in half. You want to try to keep, when you're stir frying or cooking anything, you want to keep similar slices. That way, size slices, because that way most everything cooks a little more evenly. But things like, potatoes, when they cook faster, slower than other stuff, you can cut those a little smaller than the other pieces so that everything cooks all at the same time, or add them in at different times. So when I do mine, I'm usually lazy and add things most of the time all in at the same time. So what I'm going to do, and I cut those a little thicker because I was talking, I'm going to pull this off, and I'm just going to pour this out. And you notice none of it sticks in. There's no residue. It's beautiful. I'm going to leave that little bit of, sorry, wrong thing. Twist that to get this pumped up again because I let it out. All right, so I'm just going to spray this, get a little more, and then I'm going to turn the pan back on. Now, these new pieces of cookware, these are actually dishwasher safe. They are still oven safe. And the nice thing with our total non-stick ones, our handles come off the pans. These are not oven safe, but what you do is you take and slide it into the oven, detach it, and then when you're ready to pull it out, you put the handle back on. So it's a two-step method. These are exclusive to Pampered Chef this way, okay? So they're going to last you for so long. You know what the other great thing is you can use metal on these pieces of non-stick cookware. They're going to, they may, you may get a couple of nicks on it, but overall you are not going to have to worry about your pans getting ruined. You're never going to lose your non-stick coating on this, and if something were to happen, you call me, and I'm going to get it taken care of because these have a lifetime guarantee, and you should never have to worry about losing your non-stick coating. It should never flake off on you, and it's PFOA free. So super handy. The other nice thing is you can get them. I should have used my multi-pot because I was going heavy on the veggies. You can get them free or half priced when you decide you want to host a show. And in May, our cookware is actually 60% off. So just an FYI, and it's our Help with Cancer Month in May. So that means you can get some fun little tools that are only available in May. Okay, so I knew I needed my cutting board. I'm going to show you the tomato knife real quick. Well, I'm letting those start cooking before I add my little sauce that I have. Alright, so you couldn't use the core anymore, but I was lazy and I forgot to grab it, so I just used this. So the tomato knife, a serrated blade, is amazing. That way you don't squish your tomatoes, your bread, anything like that. You just quickly and easily, you can see that I don't have to push down. If you have to push down on a knife, that makes it a dangerous knife. You want to barely have to do a sawing or cutting motion, because then that way you're less likely to slice your fingers. I mean, when you are slicing, you want to curl your fingertips in. It makes for easier control, and you don't have to worry so much. You would cut your fingernails before you would cut your finger. And your fingernails will grow back and they kind of protect you that way. So these are for my salad that I'm going to do, so I'm going to leave these sit here for later, and I'm going to just set this here. I've already got my noodles ready, and I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper with this. And I actually may add this meat separately on this one. Watch out for a second, Isaac. You don't need to show anybody the salt and pepper. And I'm just going to use a little bit of yellow curry. We used to have a curry with Pampered Chef, and they got rid of it, which was such a bummer. But I love curry. It's yummy, and I'm not going to dump this all on because I know I'm going to make a big boo-boo then. So I'm going to use my handy dandy easy read measuring spoon to make it easier. And then same with the salt. Don't ever dump it directly into the pan. I'm just going to dump about 1/4 teaspoon and then sprinkle a little bit of pepper on for some good added measure for some seasoning. Oh, it smells so good already. I'm going to mix this up. You see our new teak wooden spoons. They're so lovely. They're nice long handles to make it easier for mixing in the bigger spoons too. Okay, so I'm going to leave this sit for a few minutes. And I actually think I'm going to get ready to add my sauce to let it finish simmering in a minute here. get a good mixture. All right, perfect. So I think I will come back on live here later this week and do a dessert demo by Dave's request. I may do some ice cream and quicksicles. I might do a cheesecake, might do some cupcakes. I don't know yet. So be on the lookout for that.
How about ice cream cake?
I could make an ice cream cake. I do have my ice cream cake maker.
Good idea.
Coming with the ideas. Isaac Lee's. Yeah, we can do an ice cream cake. The last time I made one, I overfilled it. What?
What are we making? Somebody asked.
Oh, I wanted to do a stir fry. I had some eggplant, some other fresh veggies that I had. So I decided I wanted to make a stir fry. I had regular stir fry earlier in the week, so I had this Indian sauce left. So I am making like an Indian stir fry, my own version, using regular egg noodles, and I gotta pull my little spoon rest out, and a variety of veggies. And I'll probably actually thin this out a little bit too, and I think I should be wearing my apron because I think I just flung it. So I am going to thin this out just a little bit by adding some coconut milk. What? I know what time it is. We're almost done. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit of coconut milk. So let me grab that and leave this covered. And I got a big old mess over here. Alright. Alright. Smooth edge can opener. I know you guys love when you watch me do this.
What's the coconut milk for?
The coconut milk is going to be for my dish. I wanted to, since I used so many veggies, I wanted to thin this out a little bit because I'm winging it. And obviously it has hardened. Huh. Huh. Interesting.
We're actually going to put that in.
Yeah, it's separated. That's okay. I wanted to make sure it was good. Nope, it's not rancid. You can smell when fat goes rancid. I wanted to make sure that this was good to go. We're safe. It just thickened up and separated because it was close to the expiration date. So, mixing this, thinned it out. This will add a little bit of smoothness. I like doing this actually instead of using like regular milk or veggie stock, especially for like Indian dishes. So I'm going to let this simmer for a few more minutes and then serve it all up. I am going to go ahead and pour this in here. And then we'll serve it on the noodles. If you guys have any questions or anything, let me know. This was just a quick on the fly. I think later in the week I'll also do a chicken parmesan as well. I have a little recipe, a way to skinny it up, and a fun way to add some different stuff into your sauces. So I'm going to let this simmer, and I am going to sign off. If anybody has any questions, feel free to let me know, and I will talk to you guys all soon. Thanks.